Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I'm going to explain how to import Excel data into SharePoint online list using PnP PowerShell. Now let's get into the actual video. So here you can see this is my SharePoint list which is having the columns like title field, project description, assigned to project manager and project start and end date. So these three fields are the single line of text only and project description is the multi-line of text field. You can also see the data type over here, and for the project start and end date, I took the data type as a date and time. You can see that also here. And then the project status, which is a choice column, and project budget is an currency column, and project progress is the number field, and then is approved is an yes or no column, and project URL is a hyperlink. So this way I covered some multiple column data types. Now let's see the Excel file. So in my local temp folder, I have stored this Excel file. And here you can see the same fields data only I also containing in this Excel file. So for the project description and assigned to, for all the fields I have data. And for the start and end date also I have this dates in the date format like DDMMYY. And then project status, project budget and project URL. So for all the fields I have the data. I think it is having 20 fields. Now we will see how we can save this data directly to the SharePoint list using PnP PowerShell. So I have written the code. Before explaining this code, let me run this one. So first we will see how it is working. Then we will discuss the implementation of this code. Now I click this run button. So you can see it is running now. It will ask us to log in with our email address. I am providing my email address. Then click on enter. Now provide the password. Once you signed in, you can see the items will created. So here you can say ID and the title and its GUID of each item it is creating. So you can see this for 20 items. So you can see, right, it was increasing. I think the previous ID items I was deleted. So that's why the ID it is showing starting from the 14. Now you can see project data uploaded successfully. Let's check the SharePoint list once. Let me refresh it. So now here you can see for all the fields it is added, even for the project URL and yes or no columns, and then this currency field and the number field, choice field, all the dates also. If I select, you can see 20 items are selected. So from that Excel, how many data is there? All it is added into this SharePoint list using that PnP PowerShell. Now let's understand this code. So here you can see at the starting for the site URL, I have mentioned the variable's name, and for the site URL, I have provided my SharePoint site address where my list is present, and for the list name I have provided my SharePoint list name, and the CSV path we have to provide where our Excel file is present. So this project's data.csv file is present in D drive under this tab folder. To connect with the SharePoint site, I am using connect-pnp online command. For this command, there are some properties. So for the URL, we are providing the site URL. So this client ID is where I have registered an application in Microsoft Entra ID, and I also provided the delegated permissions for this SharePoint like full control. So that's why only I can able to create the items, and I can also delete the items in the SharePoint list. In case if you want to read the files, so in that case, you can provide sites.read permissions. Right now, I am providing the full control for this one. So if you don't know how to register an Microsoft Entra ID app registration, then I will provide a link in the description box below. You can go through these ones and you can create one application ID and get that ID and provide over here. And make sure with which account you have created. With that account only, you just log in whenever you are running this script. And then I have provided interactive property. So whenever I am running this script, that time only I have to log in. So I that time only I am providing the credentials. You also see that at starting I provided, right, in the same way. So to get that credentials while running the program, this interactive property will work for that. And then you can see there is a projects variable. In this projects variable, I am importing the CSV path. So import hyphen CSV command will retrieve the Excel file data from where we have stored. So to get that Excel file for the path property, I have provided this CSV path. Now this variable is containing that file path. So after reading all the data, this projects variable is containing all that data, and we will discuss about this function later. So here you can see this projects is like array. Now we are using the for each loop, we are using each record present in that array, and we are storing using the add hyphen PnP list item command. So this command is used to add a new list item to the SharePoint list. So here also you can see the description they have mentioned when I hover on this. For this one, we have to provide the list name where we need to create the items. So for the list parameter, I provided the list name, and for the values, since for all the fields we are providing, I have mentioned this column names. These column names are the internal names, not the display name. So that's why without the space it was there. In case if you created any SharePoint list column with the space, then take the internal name. It might be like underscore x 200, some number will come. Right now, since I have provided without spaces, let me show you column. This assign to is there, right? When I click on this A to Z, or you can see in the link only assign to is there. Whenever we are creating with spaces, so sometimes between that this type of numbers will come. So make sure here you have provided all the internal column names only. And then this project is there, right? We are taking each record from the projects. So here I have mentioned project title, project description. These fields are where I have mentioned in the Excel. So here you can see project title, project description with spaces it is there. So I am providing $p dot project title. So since it is there in the spaces, so if we provide correctly how we have mentioned in the Excel file, then only it will read that columns data, and we are assigning this one, right? Then only it will assign. So this $p is containing each record. Every time once the first record is added, again the second record it will contain this variable. And here you can see project start date and end date is there, right? So if we take directly, it is not in the date format. So it will consider it as a string format, which is not acceptable for the SharePoint date field. So I'm using one get date get hyphen date safe method to convert whatever the start date and the end date are present in the Excel into a DDMMYY format. Here you can see after converting that one, we are saving to the SharePoint list. So this function we are calling whenever we are adding the date fields. And for the integer number, we are converting this into integer value. And for is approved, you can see that Excel is containing true and false values, right? In this format. But in Excel, sorry, but in SharePoint list, how we are expecting small this true and false value. So here we are providing one condition, like if that record value is containing true like this, then we are passing as a true value. If it is not true, then we are passing as a false value. And then project URL, however, it is present in the same way only we are sending. After adding all the data, we are writing one statement. So we will get to know that all the items added successfully or not. So this way we can easily export bulk items from Excel sheet to SharePoint list using PnP PowerShell. I hope you like this video. In case if you are facing any issues on this script, you can comment me on the below. I hope you understand how to import Excel data into SharePoint list using PnP PowerShell. In case if you are facing any issue on this code, you can comment it. I will provide the solution, and you no need to worry about the code. In the description box below, I will provide that post link also where I have explained this one. And thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel.